Hey folks, this is Nico with Palisade Realty. I'm going to bring to you San Diego's most recent housing market update for November of 2021. In this video, we discuss 5 key market indicators that professionals like myself, informed consumers, are going to use to gauge where they're at in any given market cycle. At the end of this video, I'm going to talk about how this market is being applied towards sellers and towards buyers. Now, the first indicator that we discuss is median home sales price. Across San Diego County, we saw a median home sales price for single-family homes falling in the $850,000 range. This is a 15.6 year-over-year increase. Now, the second indicator that we pay attention to is number of home sales. This is the only indicator out of the 5 that we look at that has a negative trend at this time. We are down 10.6% from where we were at the same time last year. And all this means is that we've sold less homes than the same time last year. Now, we are still at a 1.6 months of unsold inventory, meaning that if a property is brought to market, it's usually not available for very long. And so the fact is that we are heading into the winter months, which is notoriously a little bit slower across the county. But on top of that, there's not a lot of homes for sale at this time. So we will pay attention to that indicator absolutely over the next 6, 12, 18 months to see where that goes. The third indicator that we look at is notice of defaults. In September of this year, we saw that the moratorium that was in place for the foreclosure and the eviction process was essentially lifted, and so that is proceeding in San Diego. And what we are seeing is that there are still a significant number of folks in serious delinquency. There is a number of options for somebody that's in that position, but we should start to see at the beginning of 2022 some of these properties coming to market. Now, again, there's 2 varying sides to what's going to happen. Some folks are of the opinion that it's going to be enough inventory to saturate the demand and to lower values across the county. Others are of the opinion that it's not going to be enough inventory that comes to market to saturate the demand, especially to lower the values. So again, we will pay attention to this indicator for sure over the next 90 days and into the 2022. The fourth indicator that we look at is new home building permits. We saw a positive increase of just over 9% year over year. So over the last 6 months, we've averaged 764 new home building permits. Again, this is showing that there's a little bit of optimism when it comes to building in San Diego County. The fifth indicator that we look at is going to be interest rates. Now, in November of 2021, we opened up at a 3.09% interest rate. This is somebody that has excellent credit, is looking to put 20% down on a single family home with a 30-year fixed loan. Now, this is, again, an increase from where we were at the same time last year. At this time last year, we were hovering around a 2.7% interest rate for the same criteria. So we are seeing interest rates climbing up, and we will talk about that a little bit more in a moment. All of this wrapped up is essentially showing that San Diego is still in a very competitive hot market, and there is not a lot of inventory going around as we end the year. Now, as it applies towards sellers, what we are seeing is that this is one of the best times in order to sell a property. Now, there are properties that are going for well above asking price. There are properties that are going for well above what the neighborhood has consistently shown in its history as far as sales price. So if you are somebody that has been considering selling a property, or you know somebody that has been considering selling their property, reiterating the fact that now is one of the best times in order to do so. And if you are looking to purchase after you have sold, sometimes that can be a pickle, but there are strategies in place in order to help with that. If you want some help with that, click the link below and I can go through what that is for you. As it applies towards buyers, this market is still very competitive, and on a desirable property, you will see multiple offers. So what this means is that if you are a buyer and you do see something that you want to move forward on, submitting an offer sooner than later is usually in the best interest. And on top of that, submitting a highest and best offer sooner than later is in the best interest, because we are not seeing a lot of properties coming to the market, and we are seeing a lot of people putting in their offer for whatever does come within their search criteria. Now, if you do have any questions, or you want to optimize your search, or just have some stronger offers in place, there are a lot of strategies that we can go through. Feel free to click the link below. I'm happy to be a resource for you. My name is Nico with Palisade Realty.